What's up, y'all? It's KB, and I love movies. Uh, as we see here, we have our intro from the monkey. Thank you very much. You've been able to give us some really great intros for our guests on the conversation this past year. So, not only to you, but I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for every time you participated in a live stream, a replay of a live stream that you watch, videos that you watch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you followed me, comments, likes, recommendations to other people, sharing what we're doing on this channel with others, all of it. The whole point of me starting this was to communicate with other movie lovers, and I've been able to do that now for over a year and a half. I am blessed to have the people that come and listen to me and my guests have these conversations and my reviews and all this other stuff that we've done on the channel. And I always say we, it's not a mistake. I actually know proper grammar, but I see this as a group thing. I always say when I have a guest in a conversation, I am simply moderating. I am just here to present questions or spark conversation so that they can bring out the best out of them as a movie lover. And I have family and I have friends who love movies, but the whole point of me starting this was to communicate with other movie lovers. So I'm glad I've been able to connect with so many of you. And I tried today, New Year's Eve is supposed to be really introspective over the last year, but I'm already into 2024. I got to tell you. And for those of you already into 2024, my friends in Australia, like Pete and Hannah, Taiwan, like Gunchi, people across the pond, probably just going to bed after partying. I think of my man Matt and a whole other people in the UK, Sam, Elliot, want to get you guys on the channel as well in this coming year. So I'm happy to have friends and movie lovers that I've caught up with and met over this past year and a half. And I'm just looking forward to 2024. I'm not even in that 2023 mind state anymore. So I'm looking forward to movies. I'm looking forward to movie goals, as you'll find out this week. And yeah, let's just see who's here with me. I already see the chat going crazy. So thank you once again, everyone who's participated in chats while we have our live streams. Once again, comments, all that good stuff. Adrian James, happy you're here as well. Hey there, KB. Happy New Year. Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to have you join the conversations and be in the chat. You and Holland Oates are my chat all stars. I see one, I expect to see the other. So always great to see you in there. We have this intro from the monkey. I want to thank you for all of your intros, for all of our guests this year. It's been a constant, and I am grateful for you. Thank you. Movie Hunter 2020. Evening, everyone. Smash that like button while you're here. Thank you. Thank you for always encouraging that. You and Cody, dude who loves movies, always participating, always telling people to smash that like button or roundhouse kick that like button, as Cody would say. I appreciate that because I really don't care about the YouTube algorithms and how many followers I have as far as like reaching. I know a lot of people set quarterly and yearly goals. I would rather have like real followers who come back because they like it and they want more than people who just sub because I said it. I could easily throw up the thing, hey, if you like this sub and blah, blah, blah. But I'd rather have the people who truly, genuinely want to come back for the next conversation or for the next video or whatever it is. So if that's you and you haven't done that yet, just take a minute, go up to, I believe it's the top right, depending if you're on a phone or a computer, and just hit subscribe or hit like Movie Hunter said. We got Corey in the house saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you again, sir. And as I said, you see Adrian, you see Holland. Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us. People saying hi to each other. I'm definitely getting a shirt that says that this year. I don't know when, but I'm just going to get that shirt for sure. Susan, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you and Mama Blu-ray and your dad as well. I want to thank you for all your content. I mean, you and Ken are like, it's almost like sometimes I see your video and then I see his video or vice versa. But your daily content, as well as Mr. Tony at Basement Blues and a couple others, great. I'm never out of content to watch on YouTube. As much as I may be a follower and watcher of other people's content, I do it because I was first a fan. So I was a fan of you guys, so I continue to do so. Thank you. We got my brother James here from 20th and 21st Movies. Happy New Year to you, sir. How are you celebrating the new year, and what is going into play at first in 2024? Good questions. Tonight after this live stream, we're going to keep it simple. My daughter's going out. You know, she's young. Let her go out and party, whatever. We're just going to have a friend over, and we're going to have some food, and we're going to have some drinks. And I finally set up my computer. Well, my computer and my DJ equipment. So we're going to play some music and just, ring in the new year together. So it should be fun. Play a little music. Jeff K, welcome, sir. Always good to see you. Jeff is probably like 3 months into watching and participating on the channel. So I know he's, I think he found us through the Disconnected. Jeff, let me know for sure on that one. But glad to have you here constantly. Same thing with you, Steve. Howdy to you. There's Mama Blu-ray. Happy, healthy New Year. Blessings to you, dear. You are loved, Bonnie. Thank you for joining. Here's one of the people I was happy to meet this year and fortunate to meet this year. Movies with Ryan. Happy New Year to you and everyone in the chat and community. Yes, that's the thing I really enjoyed the most. I know a lot of people have a problem with that word community. A lot of people feel jaded or excluded. I do my best to not only reach out to everyone in the community, but also to bring different facets of the community together. At the end of the day, I don't care if you're a collector, a streamer, you only do steel books, you hate steel books, whatever it is, slip, no slip, you love movies. And that's what it all comes down to. If you have 5,000 movies and you can't say you've watched 1/5 of that, I don't care. The whole thing is you love movies, and that's what it's all about to me. That's when I say community, that's what I mean. I love movies. I love movie watching. You love movies. You love movie watching. So going back to James's second question, I just got a couple of steel books in from a Whatnot auction. So I might watch this. I might watch this Groove Steelbook A Duel, or just to have fun, I might watch a little bit of Fifth Element. My wife was telling me, "Oh, look at all these movies from this year I didn't watch. I didn't see The Blackening yet." I'm like, "We have that downstairs." I didn't watch this. We got that downstairs. So we got a whole bunch of movies to watch. So I'm looking forward to at least whichever one I throw into player first. We got Mika here, hoping 2024 is a great year for everyone. Same to you, sis. Thank you always for your encouragement and for helping promote the different things that we have going on. I always look forward to what you and Kira have in the new year. So looking forward to that. There's my sweetheart. Hello, darlings. Happy New Year, my loves, and happy New Year to you, KB. Thank you. Thank you. We might have something coming up in 2024. I'm excited about it, however it happens. But yeah, that's my sweetheart for sure. Let's see. People saying hi to each other. Tiger Blue on the check-in. Happy New Year to you. Let's see. Ryan has our first question here. He says, title you'd love to see get the boutique treatment. I was just thinking about this earlier. First, I was saying Sleepaway Camp, the three of them together, kind of like what Second Sight did this year with Ginger Snaps trilogy. But honestly, if you know me, you know I'm a Scorsese head. I would love to see Bringing Out the Dead get some love. And I think the only place it's really going to get some love is from a boutique label. So I'm going to say Bringing Out the Dead, Scorsese's movie. Let's see. We got the Radster here. Born to be Rad in the house. Garrett, 1/3 of the Rad Pack, along with Justin and Mel from My Killer Podcast. Want to pop in and say Happy New Year. So great meeting you, man. Loving the new backdrop. We call this the post-pack aesthetic. Yes, sir. you and Justin have been a major inspiration on these lights and this whole aesthetic. So thank you. Meeting the Rad Pack and unofficially becoming their manager has been a highlight from my year. Let me see right there. That's where we met up at Panic Fest here in Kansas City in April. Um, it was a great time. Had a great time hanging out with them. I was watching Garrett's room tour earlier. If you haven't seen that, go to Born to Be Rad. Check out his movie room tour. He's done it over the years, but his latest one for 2023 is just awesome. It's so awesome. Everything that he has in his space there, it's just great. I love it. I love it. I can only aspire, but it's all good. We got Laren talking about some fun people. Had a chance to have Laren on the channel not once but twice this year, so it was great to talk to him. Good evening to you, sir. Let's see. People saying hi to each other. Love it, love it, love it. This is what I'm talking about. People saying hi and catching up. Let's see. Been loving the content. Can't wait to see the channel has in store in 2024. This is a good place to stop. So I'm going to put a little star in that. And I have 5 things that I want to talk about as far as the channel update and things coming to the channel this year. We're going to have movie goals, and that's going to be handled over on Mega Mike's Movie Man's channel this coming week, hopefully. We did it last year with our movie goals, the 6 of us. So it was Mike, it was Mika, it was Huck, my favorite fish, and myself. And we're going to do it again for another year. So check out Mega Mike's channel for our movie goals for 2024, or catch a recap that we did for 2023. But as far as the channel updates, some of you have heard me talk about this either on my channel or on other people's channels, but I'm going to expand on the conversation, which is what we're doing right now. Actually, I'm going to change it. This is not the conversation. Conversation is me talking to somebody. This is the open conversation. So how about that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand it from a one-to-one format to a one-to-many. I'll leave it that way. But we're going to have something called a roundtable. So inspired by other roundtables that other BlueTubers have done in the past, but we're going to have it so it's a one-to-many thing, and we're going to have different topics, maybe a couple of series that we'll cover. So that has been inspired by different people and different conversations I've had over the last year. But that should be starting as soon as a couple of weeks from now. So look out for that. Let's see. Another one that I plan to do, I'll give you 2 right now, is more meetups. I was just talking about meeting the Rad Pack and doing a meetup like what we did in St. Louis. That was fun. I'm looking forward to doing more meetups, either one-on-one with people. So Nathan Jones from specifically Blue Rays with Nathan Jones, he lives in Springfield. He comes up here all the time. Some of you know that Ryan from Disconnected lives here in Kansas City as well. We catch up all the time. But I think it'd be fun just to go somewhere or have people come into Kansas City and just go on a haul together. I think that's fun. But on a larger scale, I would like to get out and do meetups, either at like some place where we could buy some movies or have lunch together, something like that. Offhand, I've been talking about making a trip to California. I'm really hoping that happens in 2024 so that I could cover like LA and San Francisco is my 2 main spots. So more to come on that, and more channel updates to come as well. Let's see. Yeah, plans for the new year. I'm pretty much going to be parked in front of the DJ equipment and just, have some food and have some drink nearby. So that should be fun. We got Magic Hands in the house. What's up, Mike? Thanks for joining us. People saying hi to each other. There is Mega Mike. Happy New Year to you, sir. Let's see. I also have the end of the Kansas City football game in the background, but it looks like they have it in hand. They're ahead by 8 points with 1 minute, 24 seconds left. So I think I could pay attention to the live stream a little more. One of the biggest things I'm looking forward to is meeting up with my BFF Melissa and Zombie Daddy himself, Eric, in 2024. They're coming down from the great land of Canada to Kansas City to go to Panic Fest with me. So, looking forward to spending time with them and hanging out and seeing some really killer movies together. So, that should be fun. Hello, dear. Let's see. Yes, Sue is a queen. We're gonna have to step our game up like you, lady. Yeah, definitely. Susan has it on lock. Cool kid. What's Johnny watching? What's up, my man? How's it going? Let's get some other banners going here. I'm just gonna be running some ticker banners at the bottom while we're doing this, just to thank some of the people that has recently subscribed. So we'll start with that one. Um, yeah, I'm thankful for anyone who decides to spend some time subscribing, liking, following, all that good stuff. So we'll do that. Let's see. Monkey, I'm watching Ghostbusters 2 and End of Days tonight, so they'll end right when the ball drops. What film will you be putting on? Nothing tonight. I'm kind of chilling tonight, but definitely tomorrow I'm gonna head to the theater. I'm starting off my 2024 by heading to the theater. I'm making a commitment to myself to watch more movies in the cinema. That way, when it's coming time to purchase, it's not so many blind buys. So I'm going to start off by seeing Ferrari and then probably going to see Godzilla minus one before it leaves theaters by the end of the week as well. Yeah, definitely. All queens. Shout out to all the ladies out there doing their thing. We love you. We love following you guys and seeing what's next. There's always something next. Robert makes the cut. Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to everyone, he says. Thanks for joining us. Timmy, another person I met this year. Happy New Year to all you wonderful people. Happy New Year to you and April. It was so much fun meeting the two of you this year, and it's fun getting to know you and getting to help out with your top 25s and all that. It's been more than a pleasure for me. So hopefully more to come in the new year from you, and hopefully another meetup in the near future because it was fun. Definitely fun meeting you. Let's see. Robert's from Fontana. Nice. Yeah, I definitely need to get out there. Jeff, I was a subscriber before disconnected. Okay. Was on for the October stream. Hey, I know how it is, not able to participate because of work schedule. Priorities, man. This is like a leisurely thing for a lot of people. I get that, but I'm happy every time I see you pop up. So thank you for being here. Let's see. I have the Holdovers lineup for tonight. Yeah, I want to check that out too. I heard it's a good movie. That and Saltburn are probably no. That Saltburn and Maestro are the three streaming movies I gotta do next coming week or so. Are we doing resolutions this year? Anyone? I'm doing like personal resolutions for me, like things that I just need to remember throughout the year. It's like you do something sometimes and all of a sudden you forget. And then too much time passes by and you're like, oh, I haven't done that. So it's easy to say, oh, yeah, take care of your health and hit the gym more and drink more water. But, there are other things that I want to do. So definitely have quite a few. Yes, fireworks are going off in London. It's fantastic. Awesome. Happy New Year to you officially, Adrian. That's awesome. Let's see. Thank you for having me on the channel. Yeah, man, that was a fun conversation. I appreciate everyone that has come on the channel. They've been unique conversations. I'll say that. Everyone has something different to share. Uh, let's see. I put this up during Thanksgiving, and it was great just to look back and see just the swath of conversations that I had throughout the year. And I mean, it's just amazing. And as I look at each image, I'm remembering certain parts or certain questions. Kelly talking about the ball gag, or Cray Dre with his crazy self. Or Jay Fox, whoever it is, Michelle over from Married with Media, kicking things off at the beginning of this year. Meg, Just talking to her overseas, all my overseas conversations were fun as well. So Maxi Funk, uh, hooking up with Orlando and doing that was all fun to me. And that's the great thing about these conversations is that they're all fun to me. It's like different extensions of what I really wanted this channel to be when I started. And it's very easy. I know a lot of people say, hey, if you only have like one type of content, your channel won't grow. Or if you're not the focus, then people aren't focusing on you. And I don't want it to be that. I'd rather be genuine about it and just have different people come on and share their love of things and just go from there. Let's see. I may have lost my place. There we go. Darren says setup is looking good. Did you pre-order one of the 7 4K sets? I jumped on the cheaper one. Wonder what the real release day is. I kind of held off on that. I want to see what comes out here in the States. I'm sure that they're going to have something comparable without me hopping through hoops to see it. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill and see how it plays out here in the States. Talk about my man. There is Eric. What's up, brother? Good to see you, bro. Let me change this thing here. There we go. Good to see you. Can't wait for April. Can't wait to hang out with you too and see some really good movies. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, looking forward to our movie goals this upcoming year. Yeah, I started making them like right before we did the wrap up, and I kind of like made too many and then I cut them back so I could really focus on the ones that are important to me. So yeah, it should be fun. Meetups with enough time to prepare, I definitely want to do more. Me too, man. Me too. I definitely want to do more. Let's see. Let me see if I can make a little change here. Theme minimal. Okay. Let's see. If you have any questions, this is a ask me anything situation. So please put them in the chat. I would love to answer them. Let's see. So here we go. Everyone's saying hi to each other, having conversations. I always love that about the chats when we have live streams on this channel is the side conversations people get into. Of course, they check in with what we're talking about and make comments about it, come up with great questions for the guests. I have to tell you, when I first started doing the conversations, especially when I pre-recorded, I would have like an average of 13 to 15 questions for each guest. And I try to make them unique. The 5 takes at the end is the same, but for each guest, I try to have unique questions, more or less. And as we get more people participating in the live chat, I've cut it back to like 5, 6, 7, 8 at the most, because you guys provide questions or comments that we could just vibe on for a while. So I'm highly appreciative of that. Let's see. Yeah, hoping to get to the West Coast this year. Me too. Me too. Yeah, Robert, I'll let you know. Definitely would be cool to have a meetup this year if I get out there for sure. For sure. I'm thinking right now, if I do LA Amoeba Records, because literally I could spend a day in there between the music and the movies. Yeah. I know you're there, man. I'll be there in Cali for you, San Francisco and or LA. I'm in between both. Okay. I'll let you know. Either way will be fire. Let's see. Yeah, me too. Can't wait for April. It should be a great time. Can't wait for Panic Fest. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, the Chiefs need to do better, man. A lot of simple mistakes. I think right now your Bulldogs could beat them. That's how much faith I have in them this season. So, yikes. Let's see. Good question. What a Sue and Bonnie watching tonight? Let's see. Here he is. Just called your name before. Happy New Year. How's it going, sir? Thank you for joining throughout all the live streams this year, participating. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you did. Thank you so much. Let's see. The Caveman, and hopefully Miss Caveman checking in from Kentucky. That's a nice trip I'd like to make. I mean, between Caveman, Kenny from Mid Level, Michelle, and the Dead Pit Boys, that would be a nice trip. Oh, and I think there's a distillery or 5 or 12 or something up there. So who knows? Do you have any idea when the Lost Girls will return in 24? That would be a good question for one of the Lost Girls. Hmm. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Just scrolling through. Keep adding comments and everything. Chat. Let's see. I recommend getting that image made into a wallpaper or a large poster. That's a good idea. I might redo it just to include some of the people that came after that, and there were a couple of repetitions in there, so I might just switch it up a little bit. But good idea for sure. Yeah, man, I love this community. Happy New Year, everyone, for sure, for sure. And I think as I keep having conversations and expanding to the roundtable, you'll get a chance to meet more people and more people will get a chance to interact. That's actually going to be one of the roundtable topics, a little Ghostbusters joke, but one of them I'm calling crossing streams because you're not supposed to, but that's not how we work here. So I'm going to try to bring together two different Bluetubers, YouTubers, movie TikTokers, whatever you want to call them, film lovers that don't necessarily move in the same circles to just talk about a certain topic or movie or group of movies, just so they get a chance to interact. Once again, I'm coming in as the moderator, but this time I'm playing connector as well. So I'm looking forward to trying that out a few times. Should be fun. One of the top moments of 2023 for me was when KB asked me to have a conversation. Oh man, come on. I was a nobody and KB saw the coolness in this cool kid. I knew it from the jump, man. What are you talking about? Um, I appreciate you, brother. Keep doing your thing, for sure. For sure. And that's my thing. I don't wait till somebody's big. I've had a few big people on, but that's not my criteria for having someone on a conversation. I love movie lovers. So if I see that you love movies, I want to vibe with you. I want to talk to you. Um, from a John Doe Juggalo or Wilkie's Movies and Music to a Jeff from Films at Home. I don't care. I don't care. To a Jill Six, the director of The Stylist, to somebody you might see in 2024. It doesn't matter to me. You love movies? Me too. Let's vibe. That's how I see it. Let's see. Good question, Steve. What movies would you like to see come to 4K next year? Nightmare on Elm Street, this little movie. I don't know if you heard of it. That would be my first and foremost. There's so many. I'd like to finally get our Panic Room 4K. That's one. I'll give you one more. No, I'll go back to Sleepaway Camp on 4K. I want that too. Scream Factory, get the rights back, put it out. Agent James trying to start fights here. KB, who was your favorite conversation? Well, I'm a little biased. It wasn't this year, but you didn't say in 2023. It was the one I did with my kids. Sorry, I'm not. Uh, who's getting shit wasted tonight? Not me, but if you are, be safe, have fun. Let's see. What movies are you looking forward to in 2024? Ghostbusters, Beverly Hills Cop, Beetlejuice 2, Night Swim, Terrifier 3. I actually have a screening to go to for Night Swim, but I turned it down. Terrifier 3 definitely is one of them for me. I'm also looking forward to any new movie from a director that I trust. Like I trust a Coen Brothers film. So I know Ethan has a new one coming out. I'm looking forward to that. And overall, I'm just looking forward to more original movies. I mean, just looking at what you have here: one, two, three, four, five. One out of the five are original movies, and that's Night Swim. And not to say I'm tired of the sequels because I'll just go and see it anyway, but I love original content. Say what you want about Talk to Me. I enjoyed it just for its originality. Um, Past Lives, that's another one, original. It may use some tropes that we're used to because we're, movie watchers and movie lovers, so we've seen a lot of these things before, but at the same time, it's not standard fare. So definitely looking forward to that. We're doing a family game tournament in 30 minutes. Ooh, yeah. Have fun with that. You and the boys. Let's see. Talking about the man, there's John Doe Juggalo. Had fun with our conversation this year. Good evening to you, sir. Let's see. Tiana says, I'm hoping to meet people this year in the US. Come to Panic Fest. Or better yet, come somewhere where you could have a meetup. Somewhere where there's like a large swath of blue tubers or whatever. Do it on the East Coast. That way you don't have to travel that much and you can meet Tim. That's always a fun time. Let's see. Yeah, she's gonna descend. Paul Oxley from the UK. Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you for checking in and rocking with us for a little while. All the best for 2024 to you. Let's see. Is it a struggle to constantly come up with ideas for the channel? How to keep things from getting stale? That's a good question. I think all BlueTubers that put out content goes back and forth with this question. For me, I've really focused on the conversation just because I want it to kind of become like a mainstay. And there are people that will leave me comments on Instagram or on YouTube. Sometimes I don't publish them, it's personal stuff. And every time I hear people say things like, hey, it's like a podcast, I listen to you while I'm working, I'm commuting, or someone reached out to me and said that they travel for hours to pick up their daughter once a week, and for them to have a conversation go with them and take them along the way, another one to get them there. It's nice to hear that, because it's kind of like people say, I've come to know you through your conversations. And I think that's nice. But for me, the hardest thing is coming up with unique questions, because I want to be unique, but also relevant to the guest. So it's hard not to repeat a question like, when did you start? How big is your collection? Those are standard questions, but sometimes I really want to know. I really wanted to know how many movies Tony from Basement Blues had. Not as like I'm all in your business, but more like everybody has this question. Everybody wonders whether they're, you know, envious, jealous, or just happy to see someone with a large collection. How many are there? So things like that. But I I always try to think of, well, what else as a movie lover would I like to see from somebody like me? So that's why I'm looking to expand on the conversation with the roundtable and to continue from there. Let's see. This is a good time to give you another channel update or two. So another thing that I plan to do, the third one here, are more videos. I've kind of gotten, I don't want to say addicted, but for lack of a better term, addicted to the live stream. And the funny thing is, my stats, my analytics say, you get a lot more attention when you just drop a video. And I could knock out a video really quickly. I do video editing as part of my job, my day job. So I could really just edit a video. It's not a big deal. I know some people hate editing and all that. I could do an edit in no time. And I'm not talking to the level of Durant Cinema or whatever as far as the interaction, or my man Huck. But at the same time, for me to edit a video, not a big deal. But I definitely want to do more videos, more out of theater reactions, um, more hauls, more reviews. And a lot of you, especially this year, drink. A lot of you came up with some really great challenges throughout the year. First one I think of, talking about the Rad Pack, they put out their top 9 challenges this year. And those were great just to participate in. Huck did a series of movie challenges this year, a whole bunch of you. So I want to definitely participate in more of those. I missed like 3 of them while I had COVID for the 5, 6 weeks that I did. I had long COVID. So that really got me into the, ooh, I miss doing that. I missed that opportunity. Plat X2, my man John, he did a few. So I definitely want to do more of those. Talking about challenges, I also want to do something called community movie challenges. And what that will be is every couple of months, I'm going to do a movie challenge, but you're going to decide what the challenge is. So this month is going to be the month where I'm just going to be taking just suggestions for a movie challenge. And I'll end up doing it in March or April. So suggest different movie challenges for me to do. I'll put up a poll, whichever one wins from the poll, that's the one I'll do for that month. So April, June, and I don't know, maybe October or so. Because it'd be really nice. I'm trying to think of something to do for spooky season that involves movie watching and the conversation. So I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that happen. So I'll give you one more. I'm calling this one Stories, Shorts, and TikTok. Oh my. So trying to get more into that shorts kind of thing. Shout out to Steelbook Obsessed. I don't know anybody in this community doing it better than him. My man Jake Boston. So put stuff up on IG stories, put things up on YouTube shorts, put things on TikTok, even though I've mentioned that I'm too grown and too old to be doing TikTok, but I have some ideas of how I can make it work and still not feel like a curmudgeon on that platform. So definitely looking forward to doing that for sure. For sure. Let me change up this banner here. There we go. New one. Thank you for everyone, every name that is scrolling by, whether you see this or not. I'm grateful for all of you. Let's see. Back to the comments while I'm here. Yeah, cross those streams. You got it, girl. Let's see. Happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully, the only blues that anyone experienced in 2024 is a booming around amount of Blu-rays you've added to your collection. Yeah. If you watch the Movie Goals wrap up on Mega Mike's channel, you'll get a quick view of my media room and how I've set it up over the year. And I need another shelf. So this one that you see right here, this is going to be further over this way. And I'm going to have some movie memorabilia back there, a lot of my movie books, or a couple of my movie books and some memorabilia, just to switch it up. My Christmas ornaments are probably going to be going away after tomorrow. So I'll pull those movies back to the front. But the whole thing is I added a lot of Blu-rays this year and a lot more 4Ks. That shelf was half empty at the beginning of this year. Now it's almost full. So we shall see what the new year brings. Let's see. People are doing a pajama party. Huh. Yes, love having the doubles on. You guys are amazing. I actually went back and listened to one of your podcasts over the weekend. I was traveling yesterday, and I was like, I just want to smile and get home quicker. And sometimes you listen to a good podcast, it just makes your trip shorter. So I listened to the Double Feature podcast. If you listen to podcasts and you need to hear something new and unique, listen to the sisters. And they have a hold on this horror genre. That's all I gotta say. Definitely. Vince the Movie Man in the house. Happy New Year to you, sir. Good to see you. Tony P as well. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Shout out to the entire Steelbook crew. I was supposed to make that trip up to Boston this year. When I thought about meetups for 2024, that's definitely one that I have in mind. As much as I want to meet up with Steelbook crew, I also want to meet up with Susan. So any way I can make the two of those happen at the same time, that would be great. Yeah, I want No Country for, yeah, definitely. I want No Country on 4K for sure. For sure. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, I know Melissa will agree with this one too. The Crow in 4K. Let's see. Talking about New Year's. uh, Caprice, say the word, and I will come all the way from San Francisco just to take you guys to a movie. Aw, that's cute. I'm coming to you, sweetheart. Definitely. Got to make that happen. You, Terrell in the Bay, Benicio, if I could make that happen. A nice little San Francisco Bay Area meetup would be so much fun. Furiosa, Dune 2, great movies for the new year as well. Yep. Let's see. Scrolling through. KB, the interview you did with your daughter discussing Barbie was quite the banger. Yeah, showed her true chops and got invited to the Henchman live stream right after. Yeah, that's my baby girl. We had fun with that. We just went to see Poor Things the other day, and she really, really enjoyed the score. She's a music teacher herself, so she was able to get into the particulars of how the movie or the score affected the movie and the mood of the entire thing as it progressed. So I said, would you like to do like a little live stream talking about Poor Things and talking about the musical influence of it? So that might be something you see one of these days. Let's see. Favorite conversations in 2023? Really, I can't pick out one more than the other. They've all been great. Um, They've all been interesting as well. So I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of one in particular for the year, but it's been a great year of conversations. I'll say that much for sure. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people hate editing. I know, I know. You prefer the interaction, the back and forth chat, than posting a pre-recorded video. It's true. It's true. Even doing something like this where it's just me and there's nothing coming back to me through my speakers is a little difficult for me because I'm thinking, where's the interaction? I mean, I appreciate everyone in the chat right now because you are my interaction. So there's that. But not to have that back and forth. It's like a one-way conversation, and pre-recorded videos are pretty much the same unless it's a pre-recorded conversation. So I'm all about the conversations and I'm all about the roundtable thing. So for sure, for sure. Let's see. Movie challenge: Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil or Sliding Doors. Two good movies. Sliding Doors is fun with Gwyneth Paltrow, and yeah, I have a thing for what's her name, Jennifer in Midnight of the Garden of Good and Evil. So when I'm thinking movie challenges, I'm thinking like a specific theme. So for example, this month I did the holidays with Uncle Marty. So it was 25 holiday themed movies. I kept it that way so I could watch Die Hard without anybody telling me anything. And also I spent most of this year collecting, upgrading, buying almost all of Martin Scorsese's filmography, minus 3 or 4. So I would like to do something like that when I say a movie challenge for sure. I need another shelf. The most common comment among collectors. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. uh, keep the pets inside during the fireworks. I have to say, my pets are they'll probably be dead asleep by that time, but they're pretty good with that. It's just my little girl dog, Ahsoka. She doesn't like rain and thunder, which is probably a past trauma from before we adopted her. So yeah, thank you for your content and everything that you continue to put out. The two of you. Poor Things, huge surprise for me. I really, really enjoyed it. Me too. Me too. I haven't really said anything about it on the channel, but yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. Dimension Scott, there's one of my conversations this year. Hey everyone, Happy New Year to you, sir. Good to see you. That's my problem with pre-made content, talking to myself. Yeah, I could do like a quick 5-minute video, but long form, I don't think anyone wants to hear long form pre-recorded. I think pre-recorded should be like a quick hitter in a sense. So uh, thank you so much for making Miss Caveman. Welcome to the community. She really look forward to the event and a fond memory for sure. Thank you. That was a great time. Just having fun, having a conversation with her, finding out that she's into horror. And the thing is, I use this term low hanging fruit. I have no problem with people wanting to speak about Halloween or, any popular horror movie, but she brought some variety to it. And I appreciated that more than anything else. I do have a couple of other questions. And so a lot of you know about the NGL, not gonna lie, thing that's out there. And I put it out there as a way for people to anonymously send questions. And thank you. Thank you for those of you who participated, but I think you missed a couple of things. So I don't even know. Did I include it in here? I said I would. But some of the things that I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone here while we're chatting. I'm not gonna bring it up. Not Netflix. Hello. Um, so I want to go over some of the not questions I got. So you and me, that was with two question marks. Hey, you should reply to me. Me? I don't know who you are. Miss you so much. Thank you. I really want us to be friends. Find a way to let me know without being anonymous. I wish you'd get with me. I don't think my wife would like that, but okay. Legitimate question. Are you going to get a tat? Those of you that know, I'm 53 years old and I have yet to get a tattoo. It's not like a requirement, but it is something I've wanted for a really long time. So 2024 may be my year. Who was your crush in middle school? I really don't remember. I don't. But whoever she is, I hope she's doing well in life right now. You should be my bestie. I don't know who you are. You looking to date right now? Only my wife. All right, legitimate one. No, no, before the legitimate question, the best one that I got, and I think this was just yesterday. The best one I got was shout me out. Yeah. Shout out. Whoever me is. Shout out. So, legitimate question on here. Favorite movie of the year. I'm pretty much like everybody else. I got it right here. So I'm just gonna put it up. I haven't been to the movies to see everything that's out there. I know a lot of people are in the Godzilla minus one camp. A lot of people have seen other things that they appreciated more. Um, it's really hard for me to sit for 3 hours plus with trailers and all that and be intrigued with a movie enough that is not action based and mostly dialogue to come back and want to see it again, which is what Oppenheimer made me do. I saw it in a regular theater, and then I saw it in uh, laser IMAX, which was really nice. I would have liked to see it in 70 millimeter IMAX, but we don't have those around here. So Oppenheimer is my favorite film of the year that I've seen. Shout out to my man Dell on movies. He cannot be here tonight, but he did submit a couple of questions. So first question he had was, what are the best and worst new to you, not necessarily released in 2023, movies you saw in 2023? So I would say, can't really think of a worse. And he gave me time to think about this, and I kept going through it. And there was nothing that really made me go, ugh, that was a waste of time. And I think that's more to speak to me than to the movies, because I did a really good job of kind of figuring out what I wanted to watch and based off of what other people have said to kind of stay away from movies that would highly disappoint me, because I only have a limited amount of time. Turn off this TV here. I only have a little bit, legitimate amount of time to watch movies, so I'm not going to pick something I know is a stinker. I haven't seen a Skin and Brink or Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I haven't seen any of those. No Kill Her Goats, because I've heard negative things. One day I'll watch them when I have too much time on my hands, but there's too many good movies out there to see. Talking about good movies, wow. A lot of them probably during the 31 conversations and 31 days that pleasantly surprised me. Just going back to that list here for a second, so many great movies that people suggested that I never seen before. Um, yeah, so just looking through it here, I know that the Poughkeepsie tapes was one that Caprice suggested to me. That was great. I really enjoyed that. Um, Super Mario Brothers. I have to say, as far as a theater experience, I really enjoyed that. I saw it in Dolby Cinema, so the sound wasn't anything to say like you had to see it in Dolby, but just the laser Dolby Vision projection of it, the colors were so rich, and the nostalgia of it. Wow, great nostalgia. And I'll add one more, and that's Ganjam Haunted Asylum, recommended to me by the Evil Tyrone. I was on his channel the other day if you want to check that out. But that was really fun to watch. So I'll say those. But as far as worse, ugh, I can't think of any, bro. I watch a lot of good movies this year, I have to say, but not a lot of bad ones. Let me see. I'm not gonna cop out. I'm gonna go to my letterbox. Shout out to Letterbox if you're not using it. Use that. It's fun. And I'm just gonna take a quick look at my diary, scrolling down. Let's see. I watched Boxcar Bertha, which is a Scorsese movie. I got it at the dollar store for a reason. Um, I Believe in Santa. That was terrible. That was a 1 star. Let's see. Right now it's I Believe in Santa, Dell. Let's see. I'm going back. There's a lot of movies I watched this year. Meg 2. That's the worst movie. Meg 2. All of you Meg fans, sorry. That movie was terrible. I sat there and I could tell how bad a movie is by how quickly I pick up my phone watching it at home. Meg 2. That's my answer. Meg 2 is the worst. His other question. What about your channel makes you most proud? I'm most proud when I see the same people coming back and participating in the live chat or, leaving comments on the videos and the live streams, because that means, Monday or Wednesday, you're coming back and you're spending time with me. For a little time during the year, we had the must see YT with myself, Susan, and then Bob when he had different things going on, whether it was a live stream or like Hall of Fame or whatever. And I know a lot of people kind of did that trifecta of things, but I like seeing the same faces because it's kind of like a bar and everyone's coming in and I expect to see Adrian and Holland, I expect to see Amika, and I expect to see Melissa, and I expect to see and expect to see and expect to see. So it's kind of like that vibe just feels really good. So having a community of my own where people come to check out my conversations or whatever it is or leave comments, I like that the most. And I like growing that. I like growing that. So now I look forward to a Gunshi and a Jeff K and a cool kid named Johnny. I look forward to those things. And I look forward to Johnny being disappointed if somebody doesn't mention Ghostbusters and things like that. So those are the things I'm most proud of. Kind of growing like a little microcosm of a community of my own. So thank you for those questions, Del. I hope I answered them appropriately for you. Let's see. Back to the live chat here. Dimension Scott, very happy to be on your channel that day. Yeah, we had fun, man. Thank you for coming on. Let's see. How about a movie challenge of movies that have a monkey in it? Just I thought it would be a blast. Heck, even love Kong. Hey, when I put it out there, just suggest it. I don't care for sure. Movies I'd like to see on 4K are ones that I can't even get on Blu-ray. Yeah. The Basu, 13th Warrior. Yeah, Phenomenon. Good one. Final Cut, Bicentennial Man. Yeah, R.I.P. Robin Williams, for sure. Miss Caveman in the house. Truly enjoyed my debut. I love this community. Thank you for coming on. It was fun. We had a good time, for sure. Yeah. Horace 365. All my 365ers. The twins, Caprice, Melissa, Eric. I love you all. I love you all. You have grown my love for the genre more and more over these past months, for sure. And I mean that that's part of what inspired spooky season, because I started thinking of return guests and new guests, and the number kept rising. And I said to my wife, I said, it'd be crazy if I just did like the whole month of it. And nothing brings out the doofus in a man like a woman's encouragement. She's like, "Yeah, honey, I think you could do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I could do that." And I'm surprised I did. So, yeah. Uh, Talking about the NGL, the exact comments I see in Caprice's story. Yeah, y'all need to be a little more respectful, and a lot more respectful to the ladies in this community, because yeah, some of you need help, man. Y'all need Jesus. Let's see. Any movies you regretted seeing in theaters in 2023? No, no. Because it's almost like when you go to the theater now, I see it more as an experience. Talking about the horror genre, you go see a horror movie on opening weekend, Friday or Saturday night. The movie could suck. It's still an experience if you have a good crowd around you. And I usually go to movies where there are good crowds. If we go to Screenland Armor, where Panic Fest took place, that place is for movie lovers. So, I mean, you go there, you watch a movie. I don't care if it's a film festival like Panic Fest or if it's just an individual movie. You are surrounded by movie lovers. You don't have like fair weather movie goers in that theater. So you feel like you're having an experience every time. So whether it's that or I go to my AMC, which is Dolby, or the IMAX, now they got laser projectors in there. Every time it feels like an experience. So definitely, definitely, no regrets. Favorite films? Talk to Me in Past Lives. Yeah, good ones. I tried to only watch quote unquote good movies in 2023. Yeah, take that into 2024. It's a good way. And you're gonna come across stinkers. That goes without saying, but I love that you have a movie diary. Show us. It's called Letterbox. Follow me on Letterbox. If you don't have an account, make one and follow me on Letterbox. One of my personal goals, it's movie related, but it's a personal goal. I got out of the habit of just reviewing every movie that I watch, even if it's a couple of lines. I just star rated most movies this year. I'm going to try to get back into that in 2024. The last movie I watched today was, I'm still on Meg 2, my lord. Um, not today. I watched. I went back to the Criterion Small Acts film collection, and I rewatched Mangrove, which is a movie about the West Indians in Notting Hill in UK and the trial they had in 1971 after being harassed by the local police. And I gave a review. I liked it, and I started. So I'm going to try to do more of that, even if it's just to say, hey, checking this out on 4K, say who I'm with, say where I see it, if it's in the theater, things like that. Did you have to watch Meg 2 to know it would be bad? No. But sometimes you're just sitting there on the couch and you just like, especially with streaming services, sometimes I'm upstairs where we don't have a physical player. I have one in my room, but in the living room we don't. And I don't feel like leaving the comforts of the living area. My dogs are there, my family's there. So I just put on something to stream. And my streaming choices are not always the best. May December, interesting. I did watch that on Netflix, but that's how I fell into watching the Meg. The Creator versus Rebel Moon. Which one gives you original Star Wars feel? I would have to watch them first. Have not. Have not. The environment you create makes for great vibes. That's my thing, man. I want people to come on the channel, especially for a conversation, to be comfortable. Um, I've had situations where people were backstage 30 seconds before letting me know that they're not comfortable doing this or they're nervous or what have you. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I do my best to make people feel comfortable. And to me, that's more important than getting through my list of questions. You just dodged a bullet there. Ghostbusters was mentioned. Johnny's very happy now. I aim to please. Let's see. Any which way and every which way but loose would cover your monkey request. Left Turn, Clyde. Good movies. Clint Eastwood when I liked his movies. Yeah, I'll just leave that up here for a second. I do have a letterbox. Need to get back into mine. Definitely do. And give me a follow, and I'll do the same. If we're not already, who knows? You know how we do. 2023 was my first full year on Letterboxd. It's been a refreshing app. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy, especially as you get into watching older movies. Like I'll go through some film noir, and sometimes the titles sound a little bit too familiar to something else. It has murder in the title or something with a gun or blah, blah, blah. And I'm watching it. I'm like, I see this already. I'll just hit the letterbox. I'm like, oh yeah, I gave it a 2.5 stars. I'm not watching this again. So yeah, I encourage people to check out Letterbox for sure. Kenny Levels in the house. Happy New Year to you, my friend. To you and Michelle and the kids. All the best for you in 2024. I'm still a fan. I still enjoy following you. I still love watching when your hair grows out and you desperately need a haircut. And I just wait. I count it down. And I'm like, when is she going to look? When is she going to look? My wife takes a look at the screen because I'm usually watching on a big screen. And she's like, oh my God, he needs a haircut. And I'm like, there she goes. So, yeah, people notice. Happy New Year to you guys. Yeah, do letterbox. I'm encouraging everyone, do letterbox. Is your letterbox name same as on YouTube? Probably not. I had that first. My letterbox name is just say KB. There you go. So I'll just throw that up here for a second. I used to put it in some of my videos, but once again, pre-recorded videos, no longer the case. Not as much. So yeah, you can follow me on Letterboxd at just say KB. Okay, back to the comments. Let's see. It helps, Mama. It helps to keep a log of what you watch. I was just saying earlier, I need to do a better job of logging what I watch in cinema versus physical versus streaming. So I'm actually going to create some hashtags if they're not already there in Letterbox, and that's going to be my way of doing that. So, streaming 2024, uh, physical 2024, cinema 2024, something like that. So should be fun. Small Acts, great collection of films. Glad you liked. I really liked Lovers Rock the most, and then I rewatched Mangrove, and now that's my favorite. Kenny asks, is there a director or actor you've gained a new appreciation for in 2023 by watching more of their films? Well, I did the Scorsese thing, and of course, I was a Scorsese fan before, but just to see his growth from the early days to now, that's one interesting aspect. Um, I've also grown, and it could be because of Oppenheimer or whatever, but Cillian Murphy and not realizing how many times I've seen him in movies because for the most part, this is only his second or third leading man part. He's always like a secondary character, a scarecrow or whatever he's playing. So it's just his focus and kind of stoicism in whatever role he brings. Like I can't see him doing a comedy. He's not just that dude. But I've really grown to appreciate his work, and I've actually gone back and rewatched some things like Sunshine, for example. He's excellent in that movie. So I would say Murphy is up there. Let's see. I think I logged most everything I watched this year. That's good. That's good. Michael Ryan, Happy New Year to you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for following me on Letterbox. Appreciate that. I use tags to note which movies I watch in 3D. Nice little extra. I like that. Thanks for the follow, Jeff. And thank you for the follow, Johnny. I think that is all the questions I had. If you have any more, please feel free. I didn't plan to stay on here long. I'm actually going to take my daughter to her party time tonight, and she already has a ride home. So as a parent, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, and then I'll probably go and get my equipment set up and spin some tunes for a little while. So, oh yeah, let's see. Brian S., thank you for joining us. I watched Red Eye for the first time. Killian Murphy. Yeah, he was good in that. I haven't cracked open my Paramount Presents 4K yet, so I have this thing I want to do. Let's see if I could find it and share it. Um, no, not that. That's a video I never completed, so I need to do that again. Let's see. Open recent. So one of the things that I want to do is we probably all have this problem more or less, unless you're that person who buys a new movie and immediately watches it. I know some of you do that. Kudos to you. I am not the one. Oof. But especially if I buy more than one thing, I usually buy like in sets of 5, 7, 10, whatever. But I took a list of everything that I had on my 4K shelf, either that I haven't watched or I know that my wife will want to watch with me, which it would be a rewatch for me. And I made a wheel of names. So I am going to do a wheel of names. So it'll probably be something like, let's see. I probably can't put it up. Oh yeah, it can't capture right now, but I made a wheel of names of all my unopened 4Ks and 4Ks that she's mentioned she wanted to see. So that's going to be one of the things I do on my shorts is just let the wheel decide a movie and then watch that if I have time, watch something new that I just got that week or week before. And that's going to help me get through some of my unopened 4Ks. That should help. Let's see. We put the 52-week challenge on our letterbox. Great. I'm going to definitely go and check that out. Um, that was one of the things that was a challenge for Mika in 2023 was a 52-week challenge. And I showed interest in doing that as well in 2024. So definitely look that up. But it's not going to be a movie goal. I'll definitely just try to do it. Thank you. Let's see. Let's get a caravan coordinator to go down to Panic Fest. Yeah. Or, I mean, if like how you had the meetup up by you, I would love to be a part of that again too. But I think Panic Fest should be fun. Johnny says, by the way, thanks to my wife, I finally got my white whale. Well, I'm not going to tell him what that is. You tell him what it is. Because now I'm sure people are wondering, what's this white whale? I spent a whole month watching new to me movies. I like that. My wife was so happy I was opening up so many movies. Yeah, for those of you with significant others, just know that if you're not that person that cracks plastic as soon as you get something new, they notice. They notice when they see open, 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 not open, not open, not open, not. So they may pretend like they don't pay attention to your collection or go in your room or in your basement, what have you. They do. Watch more of your movies that you buy. Are there any films or genres that you can't stand? This sounds like a familiar question. Um, I'm not into the subgenre of like I don't even know what would you call like the Conjuring and the Nun and all that stuff. I'm not into those. And it has nothing to do with religious, not religious, whatever. It just does nothing for me. Give me a good slasher. I'm happy, but you know that those kind of movies do nothing for me. Horror movies in general these days, if you rely mainly on sound and jump scares, you can miss me with that. But yeah, that would be the one. Timmy, I hardly crack plastic until I'm ready to actually watch it. I'm the same way. I'm the same way, and if I do, it's just because I want to check out the disc or I want to check out the artwork. So I tend to crack plastic more on my steel books. But just to show you, since Johnny brought it up, here is Ghostbusters 1 and 2, still in plastic because I haven't watched it yet, but I will because it's Ghostbusters. Hello. But compare that to almost right next to it, Ghost in the Shell. I checked this out when Mexifunk was on the channel because his artwork is all over it. So I just wanted to check it out. But have I watched the movie yet? Not in 4K. Have I seen it multiple times before? Oh, yeah. No problem. Definitely. Corey says, talk to me in Cobweb with nice surprises for me this year for horror. I've still yet to see Cobweb, but that's definitely on my to watch list. I have to get a copy of it. I always open to check this condition. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I get that. And I normally do that with most of my steel books. I was looking for Ghostbusters because I know that's one that I have not opened. But there's something about it. You'll notice I just got I showed you Fifth Element and Duel. I also got this Serenity. This line, this was the only one that I wanted was the Serenity one. And as you can see, it's open already because I had to check it out. So I do it more with steel books than I do with like just regular slips and so forth. I can't put a movie on my shelf unless I remove the plastic, even if I'm not planning on watching it for a long time. Until that plastic is broken, then I don't feel it's mine. I hear you. I hear you. I know people who will not put it on their shelf until they watch it. So I give them credit. I know Susan has a to watch pile or, whatever she calls it. And I know someone else who gives themselves a limit of 2 weeks from the time they purchase it to watch something new. If it's something they've seen before, they're a little more lenient, but it doesn't go on the shelf until it's watched. I like to keep my floors a little cleaner, so I don't go by those rules. I wouldn't know where to put the movies that I didn't watch yet. So I like seeing them on the shelves, and when I come across something that still has plastic, it just gives me a reminder. Yeah, you should watch that. You should watch that. So, for example, can I find it? Mm, let's see. I think somewhere right in there, I have. It's The Odd Couple. I got that boutique label of The Odd Couple has the first two movies and 10 of the best episodes. I love those movies, and I grew up watching that show. I need to get into that, but you're talking about 5 hours for the TV show and another 3.5, 4 for the movies. So it's going to take a while. Let's see. Thank you, K-Man. Let's see. Cobweb, favorite new horror movie. I got to check it out. Yeah. I can't do stacks. My movies go from bag to where its home will be. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I have a pile, just depends on whether or not I have time readily available to watch them all. I hear you. There's so much damage that could be hidden by the J card, even on slips. I learned that last year. I had a couple of them where J card had dents underneath them, and it just ticked me off. Ticked me off. Thank you. Imprint. I was thinking it was imprint or indicator, but it's imprint. First movie of classic. Second is okay, but really fun. Second reminds me more of Grumpy Old Men, but not as funny. So yeah, but the show itself, that's classic. For my New Yorkers out there, Channel 11 WPIX used to watch The Odd Couple all the time. It's nice. Everyone is breaking out and following each other on Letterboxd. Once again, great way to keep track of movies that you watch. And all you need to do is hashtag something to say if you watch it on streaming or in the cinema or your physical. Great way to do it. Sometimes I just comment, watching this on 4K or Criterion or whatever it is. So great way to follow. I'm going to give a couple more minutes to ask some questions or make some comments, and then I will land this plane. Once again, I just want to thank everyone for not only tonight, but all through the year. We have a lot to look forward to, a lot to be thankful for this year. Let's keep it straight. We are fortunate. If you're a collector, you're fortunate to be in a position where you can have a collection. So there are a lot of unfortunate people out there. This is definitely a bonus for most of the world. So I try to remember that, as I look at my shelves and shelves of movies and say, I haven't watched some of these, most of these. So definitely be appreciative and see how you could help others in this coming year. If you have no goals, make that one of them for sure. I'm going to jump to the bottom because I just want to highlight this. I mostly lurk, but enjoy these lives. It's 1:18 here, so I'm happy. So happy New Year from the UK. Thank you. Thank you. I know a lot of people, I see it just from the followers. I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable or just like to hang out and lurk or listen or do the replays. I just want to say thank you to you as well. Um, I know everyone's not going to be in the live chat. That's okay. As long as you like the content and you appreciate it and you come back. As I said earlier, I'm not concerned. Like, I'm not saying, who was it? I think the monkey told me today that I hit 800 followers. Thank you for letting me know that. But honestly, I'm not one of these people who are going to be like, I'm going to try to get 1,000 followers and get monetized by, April or whatever. That's cool. That's cool, but it's not a necessary thing. I'm not struggling for money that I need the couple of cents YouTube's going to throw me like that. But at the same time, I'd rather somebody follow me who's going to come back week after week, conversation after conversation, roundtable after roundtable, participate, or just, like you said, watch and lurk. That's cool. To me, that's more of it, because even if you're in a crowd and you're not saying anything, you're part of that community. So thank you for being a part of this community. Let's see. Caprice says, I feel the same. For me, my collection is unwrapped and put on the shelf. So when I'm ready, it's ready to go. If it's a new movie, I've never seen a separate shelf for those. Nice. Grumpy Old Man could be our roundtable name. Thank you. One of the roundtable topics that we're doing is, we haven't decided the name yet, but it's kind of geared towards the older set of collectors and movie lovers, because as much as we want to share your enthusiasm for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Harry Potter and whatever else was big when you were a kid, that's not us. We may appreciate those movies, but we're more of the 70s, 80s kids. We're more of the, I remember before VCR was in my house kind of thing, my Superman is Christopher Reeves kind of thing. So it's just going to be a different kind of conversation. So look forward to at least 2 roundtables worth of those things. Grumpy Old Man will be fun, but you're excluding the ladies, and there are a few ladies that I plan to invite. So thanks for the suggestion, but we want to include everybody. I would watch more movies in 2024. I'm going to go ahead and make that my resolution. Do it, man. Do it. New movies and old movies. There's so many different decades and genres to explore. I know there's a lot of people who will say something like, I don't really know 70s movies. Explore 70s movies. Or I don't know silent era. Watch some silent movies. You can't say you don't like something until you watch it, or at least watch a couple of them. There's a lot of movies that came out like before the rating system that if you watch it, you'll be blown away by what they used to get away with. So check out those. If you want something new, definitely do that. I want to toss more steelbooks in 2024. Only the bad ones. Only the bad ones. This K-Man signing out says good night and Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to you, dear. All the best for 2024. Come back and I'll see you then. Let's plan for more connections. Yes, for sure. I gotta meet you, ladies. That's part of the whole meetup thing. I there's so many of you that I really want to just meet and hang out with. I can't remember if it was Ryan or Bob or Tim, but they made the comment in St. Louis that I was happy that everyone who was on that trip turned out to be how they are in their live streams. Like, everyone was genuinely themselves. And I look forward to that because there's a lot of great people in this community. I just want to meet you all. Just added so many people through your letterbox. So awesome. Great. Yeah, man. Hope you get some sleep. It's officially Jan 1 for you, so get some sleep. Laren, I love this channel. I love you. I love you, my friend. Thanks for having me on twice this year. I'm still truly honored. You are a gem. And we have fun every time we chat, email, or live stream. So definitely like that. Uh, all right. The UKers are hooking up. Love that. Get me excited for those roundtable get-togethers. It should be fun. If you've ever seen the Hollywood Reporter, or not even Variety's Actors on Actors, but they have their own roundtable as well. That's the format that I want to kind of model it after. So if you've seen those, that gives you a good idea. As long as everyone's respectful and not trying to ham it up and take too much time. So definitely should be fun. Caprice, you are such a bright light in this community and gave a lot of us, including me, their first YouTube experience. You're loved by so many of us. Just want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you, dear. Thank you. You know I love you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for your friendship, and definitely grown over the year plus. So it was fun having you on, and just looking forward to what's next. So definitely. Looking forward to those roundtables. Yeah, bring back the roundtable streams. Definitely, want to bring my flavor to it. You know what I mean? Thank you, dear. You're another one. Just yeah, I love you guys. So this is me. If you meet me in the street, if you know me, not here, this is me. This is me. So I do not pretend to be anybody. I'm not going to be loud and boisterous. And then when you meet me, he's so quiet and shy and introverted. No, this is who I am. This is my character. This is who I am. I could probably get a whole lot more followers if I was somebody else, but they're already taken. I'm just going to be me. So you like it, you don't like it. It's all the same to me, you know, tightrope. So, Holland Oates, Happy New Year to you. And here's to another year of this is KB's comments on kids here. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. I'm gonna look to line this plane now. Like I said, I'm gonna go get set up for our company and everything. So once again, I want to say to everyone who's watching, everyone who's listening, everyone in the live chat, everyone on the replay, everyone who's lurking, thank you. Thank you again. Thank you. A lot of people who do this will tell you sometimes it gets hard to either come up with content or want to come back and do something. I could tell you when I was sick for those 5-6 weeks, the hardest thing for me wasn't that I wasn't in the mood to watch a movie. I try to watch a movie and I'd fall asleep because I was up for 3 hours at 3 o'clock in the morning. The hardest thing for me was missing this community. And I would watch your content and want to put out content myself. Or every time I had to reschedule someone that I had scheduled for a conversation, I missed that opportunity to do the conversation. So you guys are the reasons that I keep coming back and doing this, because I just want more. I want more of those conversations. I want more of that interaction with you, whether it's in chat, comments, Instagram. Oh my gosh, I'm actually saying this. TikTok in 2024. I just want more of that. And it's that back and forth that keeps me going and want to keep the channel going. So I thank you, and I wish you all the blessings for 2024. I wish you all the goals that you wish to meet, all the meetups that you want to happen, all the movie releases that we want to come out in 2024. All the best for 2024 to everyone in here. Johnny and Holland, Jeff, Guy, Miss Caveman, Corey. Thank you to all of you. Timmy here saying being you is the way to go. I got to be exhausting being a character on camera. You damn right. Not being authentic you. If someone doesn't like it, they're missing out. Facts. Facts. Yeah, Laren, please be careful. Have fun, but don't have too much fun. Gunshi, thank you for your friendship and for checking in throughout the year. Keep it coming. Yeah. Thanks to my wife, thanks to my family. They encourage me. Sometimes they remind me. It wasn't too long ago, I won't say which one, but they said, don't you have a conversation starting now? And I'm like, no, I have one starting in an hour. It's like, I got a notification saying that it's starting in 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh no. And, so they encourage this. They help me going. I've never got a side eye for the Orbit DVDs, the Best Buy trips, RIP to Best Buy, the Amazon packages that almost seem like daily. Sometimes I feel like if you ever seen that one of Basement Blues when he came back from vacation, it feels like that sometimes. And I never got a single side eye or a comment or you're doing too much. So I appreciate my wife. Yes, I do. Laren says, good night. Good night to you. Have fun. Doubles, good night. Happy New Year, everyone. Saying Happy New Year to you. James, my friend, I want to thank you and Mr. Tony. You're my Georgia connection. I would love, even if it's like a quick trip, to come down here and just meet both of you gentlemen because I have great respect for you. So, yes, all the best. God bless you. Have a great new year. I want to see your dogs back in the fight next year, so tell them do better. Happy New Year, Tim. Happy New Year, Tiger Blue. Looking forward to all the content in 2024. Thank you. Dry January starts tomorrow. Well, make up for it tonight. That's all I could say. And Adrian James, the way we start is the way we end. Good night, everyone, and all the best for the new year. Thank you so much. Jeff, Happy New Year. Johnny, Happy New Year to you, to everyone. Thank you again, everyone. Move this away. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this journey and this experience in 2023 with me. We got a lot more coming for 2024. Just blessings. That's my MO for this year coming. Just blessings to all of you. Thank you. And I look forward to just interacting with you in different ways in the coming year. So what do I always say at the end? Go watch a movie. Have a good night. Happy New Year. All the best for 2024.